When you think about music, what comes to mind? Is it just the soundtrack for your commute, your workout, maybe your study session? We tend to think of music as this nice accessory for our lives. But what if it's actually something much, much more powerful?
So let's just ask it straight up. Is music really just background noise? Is it only for entertainment? For, well, centuries we've kind of underestimated it, right? We see it as a reflection of our culture, but not as a force that actively shapes it. Because here's the thing. Music is one of history's most powerful and often most hidden engines. It literally builds nations, it fuels revolutions, and it passes our knowledge down through generations. So let's dive in and see exactly how it does that.
Okay, so how can a song build a society? Well, long before we had streaming playlists, we had communities. And music? Music was the invisible thread that held them all together.
It really all starts with this idea of cultural identity. You know, that shared feeling of belonging, the thing that makes a group of people feel like a we, and music is one of the best ways to create that. Take Romania, for instance. Their traditional folk songs, the doine and the hore, they aren't just pretty tunes. They are basically sonic archives of the nation's entire history, its joys, its sorrows, and every note strengthens that social bond.
And you have to remember, before most people could read or write, history wasn't something you'd find in a book. It was stored in songs. In a way, music was the original internet. It was the library. These epic ballads would carry stories of heroes and gods, while the rhythm and rhyme made it super easy to remember important laws and traditions. For centuries, this was just the most effective way to educate an entire society.
And that's exactly why music was woven so deeply into every single part of life. It wasn't some add-on, it was absolutely fundamental. It passed on values, it marked sacred rituals, it taught the kids, and it brought everyone together for the big wins and the tough losses. You could almost say it was the operating system for early human culture.
But here's the flip side. Music doesn't just build communities, it can also be the thing that shatters the old way of doing things. Time and time again, it served as a powerful soundtrack for revolution and massive social change.
And this isn't just a theory, the impact has been so real throughout history. I mean, think about it. In 1792, La Marseillaise wasn't just a popular song, it was a weapon that helped rally the French Revolution. In the 1800s, spirituals weren't just hymns, they were coded messages, roadmaps to freedom for enslaved people. Fast forward to the 1960s, and protest songs gave a powerful voice to the anti-war and civil rights movements. And in the 80s, the sound of Western rock music became this huge symbol of freedom that helped chip away at the Iron Curtain.
But music's role in any conflict is, well, it's like a double-edged sword. On one side, you've got governments using military marches and patriotic anthems to boost morale and inspire soldiers to go to war. But on the other side, you have the people, creating protest songs and pacifist ballads to criticize that very same conflict and rally opposition. It's a tool that's used by both the powerful and the powerless.
Of course, a song's power really depends on how many people can actually hear it. And for centuries, technology has been the ultimate amplifier, repeatedly and radically changing the tune of history itself.
Every big technological leap sparked a musical revolution. First, you get the printing press. Suddenly, sheet music lets a single song travel way farther than any musician ever could. Then comes audio recording, which captures a performance forever, separating sound from a specific moment in time. Then, bam, radio and TV arrive, creating these massive shared cultural experiences for millions of people at once. And finally, the internet just democratized the whole thing, giving a kid in their bedroom the potential for a global audience overnight.
So you see, it all comes down to this one simple truth. Music has always been so much more than just entertainment. It is a profound, powerful driving force.
It's not a mirror that just reflects the world as it is. No, it's more like a hammer, used to shape the world into what it could be. From an ancient chant that bonded a tiny tribe to a global pop song that topples a government, music is a true catalyst for change.
So the next time you put in your earbuds and you press play, just listen a little closer. Because you're not just listening to a song. You're actually plugging into one of the most powerful forces in all of human history. And the only question is, what history are you hearing? And maybe, what history are you helping to create?